Let us look at the passage for questions 1 to 4. Now, initially, the passage talks about a particular scientific finding regarding tooth fractures in carnivores that lived 36,000 years ago to 10,000 years ago. Now, this period, 36,000 years ago to 10,000 years ago, this period is called as the Pleistocene era. Now, what the scientists found out is that carnivores that lived in this Pleistocene era, they had a higher tooth breakage frequency. That is, the breakage frequencies in the extinct species were strikingly higher than those in present day species. So there was a higher tooth breakage frequency in these carnivores that lived in the Pleistocene era. Then the scientists have come up with possible explanations. One explanation is that they dismissed demographic bias. It means in the carnivores that died during their young age, they as well as the carnivores that died during their older age, both of them had high tooth breakage frequency. Then the scientists were able to reject preservational bias. Preservational bias means some scientists may think that the tooth breakage occurred after the death of the animals. The scientists were able to find a total absence of breakage in two extinct species. Now, since there was a total absence of breakage, the scientists think that the breakage occurred during the lifetime of the animals and not after the death. And the next paragraph finally talks about the actual theory that has been developed to explain why this higher teeth breakage frequency is occurring. What they're saying is that teeth breakage is occurring because of more contact between the teeth of the predators and bones of the prey due to thorough consumption of carcasses by the extinct species. And the reason for this thorough consumption of the carcasses is prey availability was low, at least during some time of the year. There was intense competition over the kills and high rate of carcass theft. So these are the reasons for a thorough consumption of the carcass, and because of this thorough consumption, there is more contact between the teeth of the predators and the bones of the prey. That is why this tooth breakage is occurring. Next, let us look at the questions. The primary purpose of the passage is to do what? Look at option A. Present several explanations for a well-known fact. Now, it is not a well-known fact. That is, there is high tooth frequency is not a well-known fact. Hence, A is wrong. It is not a well-known fact. Suggest alternative methods for resolving a debate. No, the passage does not talk about any alternate methods. And also, it is not an alternate method. It talks about only about various theories, not about methods. So, B is wrong. Argue in favor of a controversial theory. There is no argument actually, and there is no controversy also. So, C is also wrong. Question the methodology used in a study. No, the scientist does not question the methodology. So, D is wrong. Discuss the implications of a research finding. Yes, that is the right answer. The research finding is that there is a high tooth breakage frequency. And because of this research finding, what are the implications? Hence, E is the right answer. According to the passage, compared with Pleistocene carnivores in other areas, Pleistocene carnivores in the La Brea area displayed what? Now, if you look at the passage, here it says that the breakage data from other Pleistocene sites were similar to the La Brea data. That is, in other areas also there was similar tooth breakage frequency. So using that, we can say option B is the right answer. Had similar frequency of tooth breakage. So in other areas also there was similar frequency of tooth breakage. Let us try the third one. According to the passage, the researchers believe that the high frequency of tooth breakage in carnivores found at La Brea area was caused primarily by what? So if you look at the second paragraph, here it says more contact between the teeth of predators and bones of the prey. That was the reason for higher tooth breakage. So researchers believe that the high frequency of tooth breakage that was primarily caused by option D, that is the impact of carnivores' teeth against the bones of their prey. Hence D is the right answer. According to the passage, if the researchers had not found that two extinct carnivore species were free of tooth breakage, the researchers could have concluded in what? Option A is the right answer. If those two species without any tooth breakage had not been found, then they would have thought that the tooth breakage is possibly occurring after the death of the animals during the preservation. That is given in option A. The difference in breakage frequencies could have been the result of damage to the fossil remains in the La Brea pits. Hence, option A is the right answer.